I have never played Dungeons & Dragons, and I haven't seen any of the other movies or shows based on the role-playing game, but I'm a sucker for sword and sorcery style fantasy, and I need something in that realm while I wait for the next season of House of the Dragon. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves filled that hole just enough for me to be satisfied. The writing and directing team of John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein have made a film that starts with some solid exposition to the lore so that even non-fans can jump in right here without any prior knowledge and just enjoy the film as its own piece. The directing duo was the main reason for my excitement of the film due to the fact that they directed Game Night with Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman. I love that film. It's fun, goofy, and that style of directing is creative and colorful. I knew going into this that I would get something made with love. The ensemble is pretty good. They are deadpan enough to sell that these people are inhabitants of this larger-than-life world, but their interactions make it plausible that they are the creations of a group of suburban friends that we will never see. Everyone plays their most charismatic screen persona, almost everyone. Chris Pine is in full swaggering dad mode. Michelle Rodriguez is doing her best to have a more well-rounded take on her usual hard ass with a heart of gold. Reggie Jean Page is a perfect swashbuckling airhead. Hugh Grant is a wicked delight as a smarmy Lord Farquaad-esque dictator, and Justice Smith plays his typical dorky self, and Sophia Lilly is badass whenever she gets her chance to shine. Daley and Goldstein fully established themselves as blockbuster directors here. All of the set pieces are playfully crafted and beautifully captured. Tons of inventive camera work and a real commitment to making everything feel tangible. Sure, there's a boatload of CGI, but there are also a ton of practical sets and even some creature costumes that I did not expect to see, but loved. My hope is to see them direct a sequel, but not a follow-up to this film. I hope we build upon the numerous stories that players create when they dive into their worlds. Make an anthology of movies. Don't stick to one. Sometimes the humor was lackluster, but I laughed out loud more times than I genuinely anticipated. There is a moment in the middle of the film where a big-name actor has a cameo, and I couldn't help but laugh the entire time they were on screen. But the other moments I laughed out loud were not because of a great joke, but because of how bad some of the acting was. I had a problem with Michelle Rodriguez's delivery. I just don't think she's that great. I'm sorry. And the actress who plays Chris Pine's daughter was just unbearable at times, including a particular scene in the end. The action's surprisingly quite sturdy throughout, when it's not obscured by your usual flashy CG noise. Mainly helps that Michelle Rodriguez, who when not acting, is clearly doing most if not all her stunts. I think one thing I wish they had more of was the fight scenes. Several of them were pretty well done considering I just saw John Wick last week and I was still impressed. But whenever I got comfortable and excited, the fight scene ended. Even without knowing the first thing about Dungeons & Dragons lore, I did watch a bunch of videos leading up to it to get a sense, and I could appreciate the fantastical world building. The action is fun, the comedy absolutely hits, and the story is engaging enough and put on by a cast just competent enough to pull this translation of the game to film off in a solid way. I would recommend watching this if you like fantasy and goofy humor, and if you just want a good time, then go see it.
This one's dangerous. But whatever happens, we'll be ready.
Tune in every Friday for new movie videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what other movies you would like me to do videos on. Thank you, Mom, for editing the scripts for my movie essays. I appreciate you. Till next time, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.